Okay guys, using this substitution method, let put x equals a sine theta, right? And hence we have here the a is 2. If we write this in form of the required condition, so that will be 2 square minus x square. So x equals, in place of a we are going to write 2 sine theta. Okay, now to change the limits also 1 and 0, what we are supposed to do, write the value of this x in this form. X, now first consider the x, the upper limit, 2 sine theta equals 1. Putting the upper limit in place of x, so that will be sine theta 1 upon 2. Theta is equal to sine inverse 1 upon 2. Okay, the sine theta 1 upon 2 is equal to that is pi upon 6 for the lower limit. 2 sine theta is equal to, that is 0. Sine theta is equal to 0 upon 2 is 0, and that is theta sine inverse of 0, the theta is equal to 0. Now putting all these considered values, that x equals 2 sine theta, upper limit that is pi upon 6, and lower limit that is 0, in this original question, and that will be now in the form of, in place of upper limit that is pi upon 6, and in place of lower limit we are going to write 0. In place of x cube I am going to write 2 sine theta cube, that I have supposed I am inserting from this part. And one more thing I have to find that this x, the derivative of dx upon d theta, that will be 2 cos theta, and this dx will be 2 cos theta d theta. So in place of this dx I am going to write 2 cos theta d theta whole divided by root of 4 minus, in place of x square I am going to write 2 sine theta whole square. Now opening the squares, what I am going to write, that is pi upon 6, 0, that is 8 sine cube of theta 2 cos theta d theta whole divided by root of 4 minus 4 sine square theta, right? So now taking this 4 as a common outside, what I am going to have is, that will be pi upon 6, 0, and that will be, I am going to take this 8 outside the integral sign. I am left with sine cube of theta 2 cos theta, and in the denominator if we take this 4 as a common outside, that will become 2, and that will be 1 minus sine square theta and d theta. Furthermore, this 8 is here, pi upon 6, 0, sine of cube of theta 2 cos theta whole divided by 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta d of theta, and this cos square theta, this will cancel out, and this cos theta and 2 and 2 cancels out, cos theta and cos theta will cancel out. So we are left with pi upon 6, 0, 8. I'm left with sine cube of theta d of theta, right? So now further, in place of this sine cube of theta, we know that since sine 3 theta is equal to 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube of theta, right? So from this equality, I'm going to find value of sine cube of theta. So I'm going to shift this on the left hand side. That will be 4 sine cube of theta is equal to 3 sine theta minus sine of 3 theta. Sine of cube of theta is equal to 3 sine theta minus sine 3 theta whole divided by 4. So I'm going to replace this identity in place of sine cube of theta. So that will be 8 pi upon 6 and 0, 3 sine theta minus sine 3 theta divided by 4 d theta, right? So now taking this 4 outside, this will be 8 upon 4 pi upon 6 whole divided by the 0 lower limit. Now I'm left with 3 sine theta minus sine 3 theta d theta. Okay, now to find the integral of each part individually, what I'm going to write is, it is 2 pi upon 6, 0, 3 sine theta d theta minus pi upon 6, 0, sine 3 theta d theta. So these are the individual derivatives of sine 3 sine theta and sine 3 theta. So that will be 3 into minus cos theta minus into minus cos 3 theta whole divided by 3. The limits are written here now. Now applying the limits, before applying, let's just remove those brackets. Minus 3 cos theta plus cos 3 theta divided by 3 pi upon 6, 0. And now applying these limits, putting pi upon 6 once in place of this theta, and then subtracting the whole from this one and putting 0 in place of this theta, we get this part. We put the value of pi upon 6 in this whole part and subtracting and then putting value of 0. These are the values we obtain. So 2 into minus 3 root of 3 upon 2 cos pi upon 6 is root 3 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 cos 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, cos 90 is 0, and then now minus plus 3 into cos of 0 is 1, cos 0 is 1, minus plus minus 1 upon 3 multiplied by cos 0 is 1. So these are the values we obtained, and 2 into simplifying minus 3 root of 3 divided by 2, and this whole becomes 0. This 3 into 1 is 3 minus 1 upon 3, and now simplifying this we will get an answer that will be 2 into minus 3 root of 3 upon 2 plus 9 minus 1 upon 3. Take LCM in for these two, and this will be now 2 into, you can make it a simpler answer by simplifying 8 upon 3. So if you multiply 2 inside, minus 2 multiplied by 3 whole divided by 3, 2 plus 2 into 8 upon 3, 2 into cancels out, minus 3 whole 1 upon 3 divided by, okay, that will be 1 here now, plus 16 upon 3. You can make it simpler, more simpler. So this will be your answer. You can write this in the form of like a simpler answer, that will be 16 upon 3 minus 3 whole 1 upon 3. This can be your answer. Okay guys, to solve question number 7 of exercise, that is 6.5, question number 7. Put x equals a tan theta, right? And finding the derivative of this function d upon dx upon d theta, this will give us a sec square theta d theta. Okay, if I shift this, okay, dx equals a sec square theta d theta. I've multiplied this d theta over here just to get the value for dx. Now by putting the values in the given function, original function, which is 1, the original question, we obtain before putting these values we have to change the limits, upper and lower limits, using this function. So let's suppose a tan theta equals x. So in place of ax, we are going to put the upper limit, that is tan theta is equal to a. So here we have a, cross multiply this a here, a divided by a, tan theta is equal to 1, tan inverse of 1, that is theta is equal to pi upon 4. Similarly the second limit, a tan theta is equal to x. In place of x, let's suppose we substitute 0. Tan theta is equal to 0 upon a is 0. Tan theta is equal to 0, and theta is equal to tan inverse of 0. Theta is equal to 0. So these are the new limits. Now putting all the values in the original question, we got this condition by putting all the values, x equals to a tan theta dx, theta is pi upon 4, theta is equal to 0, all the values substituted in question number 1, in question number 1. So now simplifying this part now, pi upon 4 0, a sec square theta d theta whole divided by, taking a as a common here, but we have a square into 1 plus tan square theta whole 3 divided by 2. So this gives us further simplification. We can write this in this form, just moving this 1 upon 2, which was originally written 3 upon 2 inside, and multiplied individually with a power and 1 plus tan square theta. So 1 plus tan square theta is equal to, that is sec square theta, right? So we are going to substitute this value now. A sec square theta d theta whole divided by here 2 and 2 cancels out, we are left with a, and in place of 1 tan square theta I can write sec square theta, well, 1 upon 2, and that whole divided by multiplied by 3. So we can further simplify it as a sec square theta d theta whole divided by 2 and 2 cancels out, and we are left with a cube sec cube theta, right? So this is the condition now, and we can further simplify this sec square and cube, here 2 and this one. So we can write this as, now we have only 1 in the numerator, and in denominator we have a square sec theta d theta now. So in place of this part, I can move this 1 upon a square outside, which is a constant, and write this pi upon 4 here 0, and in place of 1 upon sec theta I can write cos theta d theta, right? So the integral of cos theta is equal to, that is sin theta pi upon 4 0, and that is 1 upon a square sin pi upon 4 minus sin 0, and this will further give us an answer like a square sin pi upon 4 is, that is pi upon 4, there is 1 upon root of 2 minus 0, and we can write this in a very simple way now. 1 upon a square, and left with here 1 upon root of 2, and simply now we can write it as 1 upon 2a square. This is our simplified answer.